All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Touch a Truck information session. We are so excited to have you here to learn about this awesome event that is put on by the Junior League of Sacramento. And we're going to just dive right in. But first, I want to take you through a couple of things. All right, everybody see this awesome flyer created by Mr. Algie Mosley. We're going to send this flyer out to everyone so that you can use it for some outreach and engagement. And we'll share a little more about the flyer and all of the information that's on it. I just want to handle some logistical things. As if you were already here, you didn't join after I hit recording, got the prompt. The session is being recorded so that we can share it. During the session, please remain unmuted so that we don't interrupt our awesome speaker today, Miss Alex Zuko. You can submit questions while she's speaking in the chat, but we're definitely going to have a question and answer session so that you can either verbally ask your questions during that portion of the information session, or if you prefer, I can read your questions that you place in the chat. Also, closed caption is available. And we got a pretty easy, simple agenda. I'm going to hit you all with a little welcome and share with you why we're excited to be partnering with the Junior League of Sacramento. And when I say we, the Sacramento Promise Zone. And then we're going to pass it over to Alex to share a little bit about Touch a Truck. And then we want to have a conversation with you all because we need your help. We have an ask that a couple of asks actually, that we want to put forth for you today. And then we'll have our question and answer session, and then we'll get you out of here because we said that this is going to be 30 minutes, and I promise you it will be 30 minutes or less, unless you have lots of questions. Then it's your fault. All right, so let me step back a little bit. I know that I've said hello to everyone, and I feel like I know most of you, but my name is Julius Austin. I am the program manager for the Sacramento Promise Zone for SHRA's resident services, resident training program, and also Section 3. But today I'm having my Promise Zone hat on at the moment because I want to introduce you to this really, really awesome event. And to introduce it to you, I just want you to imagine a group of young people getting excited about careers they had no idea about and sparking their imagination to pursue careers in so many different fields. And a mechanism to do that is Touch a Truck. I don't want to steal Alex's thunder, so I'm going to wait until later to dive more into my thoughts about Touch a Truck. But to make this happen, and specifically to make it happen for youth who are from disadvantaged, marginalized communities, to really place some focus on minority youth. Alex came to Algie and I in the Promise Zone and stated her intentionality of wanting to diversify the people who are in attendance at Touch a Truck. She'll share more about how long it's been taking place and et cetera. But that's what we are here to do today. We're here to educate you all so then you can go out and educate your staff, educate your colleagues, and share this information with the people that you serve and encourage others across your networks to do the same. So hopefully we have this amazing swell of people who are enjoying the Touch a Truck event on November 12th. All right. With that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and pass it over to the president of the Junior League of Sacramento, Alex Zuko.
Thank you very much, Julius. So my name is Alex Zuko. I am the president of the Junior League of Sacramento. It is an organization that's been in Sacramento for this is our 80th year. So we are celebrating 80 years in Sacramento. Some of the legacy projects that the Junior League has is Fairy Tale Town, Powerhouse Museum, things like that. And it's really kind of shifted in the bigger picture to kind of community events and working with our neighbors. I see Joe Robustelli on here because they are one of our newest partners. This year, we actually shifted our focus area. We had been doing kind of serving like a kind of self-image issues that middle school girls are faced with for the last 5 or 6 years, and we are moving into food insecurity for the next 5 or 6 years. And we are partnering with the Alchemist, which we're so excited about. Um, some of the things, Junior League is a part of actually a larger network. It is about 290 leagues throughout the country and a few in other countries. But on whole, it has been around for 125 years. And I would say that primarily the members look like me. They are women, they are white, they are upper middle class. And that is not reflective of the communities they serve. It is typically underserved populations for income, ethnicity, any of those factors. And then so we kind of are trying to look to make sure that we aren't just doing the same thing we've always done. So we have had the Touch a Truck event since 2015. It has been living at, when we do have it, has been at the Rayleigh Field or Health, Human Heart, Sutter, whatever, wherever the River Cats play. That's where we used to do it over in West Sacramento. But we had received lots of feedback from especially Sacramento officials, SMUD, some other kind of people that were our kind of partners. Like if you have it in the city of Sacramento, we may be able to be more engaged. So we had wanted to get out of not working with the West Sacramento location anymore. It was also very expensive. So we came to Sacramento and we'll be having this event this year after a 2-year pandemic hiatus at Sacramento City College North Lot. So it's a lot that's, you have the football field, then you have a parking structure, and then you have this giant parking lot behind there. It is a really fun, great event. It is exactly what it sounds like. We get between 50 and 70 trucks, machines, kind of vehicles. There's kind of a leaf grabber, there's trash trucks, there's first responder vehicles, there's utility trucks. There is also going to be, I know we have VSP coming, the vision suppliers, they're going to do eye tests. So it has anything the kids would want to get in, touch, and just crawl all over. The idea is it's an educational kind of safe place for kids to explore these vehicles in a way that isn't interrupting the guys and women when they're working. Because sometimes you drive along a street and you see a bulldozer or a backhoe and just all the little kids just sitting on the curb, just dying to see what they're doing. So now's a chance for them just to crawl all over it and ask all the questions. It's a great event because it kind of, for us as an organization, serves every single purpose. We have membership. These moms of kids, they're coming, they are potential members. We love to see them, and it's a great membership outreach. Also, our members that we currently have love working this event because it is just a lot of fun. It is a fundraiser for us, not in the ticket sales piece, but we get sponsorships from places like Ramos Oil and Caltrans, and a couple of, we got some big kind of donations, SMUD, PG&E. We're very fortunate in a few of the council members. It also is a great community impact project because it's out in the community. People can come, they can explore. If it's little kids that just like the idea of big trucks, or if it's high school age kids that are thinking, I actually have no idea what the claw does, and I want to be the guy that drives the claw. How did you get that job? Because the claw is pretty awesome. It's a pretty fun piece. And then it's also, it is a great, okay, what's the last piece we have? Communications. It is a great communications tool externally and internally. The pictures that come out of the event are always just so much fun. And it is a great place for us to get our name out, because when people hear Junior League, they think Little League baseball, like right away. And they don't think of necessarily a service organization. So it kind of helps with us as well as communicating our kind of goals. I'm going to share one picture out to kind of give you an idea, since they had the picture of the Julius's flyer kind of describes everything you'll need to know, but this is kind of what you can expect. Little kids and their parents crawling on everything. There will be some hard hats. Some of the partners we have bring giveaways. So that's always fun. Sac Recycle, and then the trash company from Sacramento Trash Agency always brings some sort of things to give away. I think a lot of them will be this year as well, since we've had this 2-year hiatus. They're very excited. Um, we also have the first hour from 9 to 10 is lights and sirens free, because not every child likes a bunch of lights and sirens. They would like it a little more manageable, a little quieter. But between 10 and 1, it's loud. And it is a lot of fun. The Sacramento City College campus and staff have been an amazing partner. We're just really happy to have it there. They're going to be also allowing us to have food trucks there, which we have never had before. There we go. It's something we also got to do, which was we didn't get to have that over at the River Cat Stadium, so people can have something to eat. There's also the ability for people to have their birthday party there, things like that. That's also a fee. That's how some of our fundraising stuff goes. But also we have like some fun, just kind of awkward things. Like one year we had an ice cream truck, so kids could actually get in the back of the ice cream truck. Couple of years, and I'm trying to get it again, we had a hearse, which seems morbid, but there's really never a safe place for kids to really ask what's happening in that car, because usually it's a very somber occasion. So kids really can't get up in and ask a question. And so parents weren't a big fan of that car because kids would get in the back and lay down and say, "Hey, mom, I'm dead." And parents, freaking out. They didn't particularly care for that. But it's a lot of fun. And the kids requested it actually the most, saying it was their favorite vehicle. Also, the people from the city of Sacramento and city of West Sacramento and the county of Sacramento are so generous with their vehicles and their staff. They come and explain everything. I know that one year, I don't know if he's allowed to come back, but I know one guy actually like lifted kids up in a bulldozer. I don't know if that was allowed, but it happened anyway. um, but it is a lot of fun. And with the Eventbrite link that Julius and Algie have set up, we're going to have that open until the very, very end, until like Friday night, because the event is on a Saturday morning. My intention is that anybody that comes up and says, they'll give their name, but if their name is not on the list, and if they say, "I went through the Eventbrite link," we're going to let them in, because we're not using Eventbrite, so I will be able to know who that means. I don't want to have someone have to come up and say, "I was, coming through this community engagement," because that's going to be a lot of explaining that parents and kids don't need to do. The idea is just to have people enjoy the event and be there. We typically draw between 1,500 and 2,000 people to the event. It is not, we will not run out of space, so people do not need to worry. It is a very giant parking lot, and they can come all day. Also, the parking structure that is behind the lot, in between the lot and the football stadium, the school has given to us for free, so people will be able to park for free. And then it is also near the light rail station that lets off right at the college, so they could also take light rail to get in as well. We do ask that everybody, if they are going to use the Eventbrite, that they all register, even parents. I think just 3 and under are free, but 3 and up all have to register and get a ticket. I think that's all my talking. If anybody wants to ask any questions for me.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alex. Before we dive into questions, and I hope folks have questions, and once again, if you want to jot them down in the chat, you could do so at this moment. But before we go to questions, I just want to reiterate the ask that I stated at the top of our information session. Now that you all know about this awesome Touch a Truck event, and now that you have an idea of where it's going to be located and what it's all about, now we need you to help get the largest number of people Alex has ever seen in her entire Touch a Truck life. And the way that you can do that is, as I mentioned before, please tell everyone in your organization, your colleagues, your staff, etc., leadership about the event so that it can permeate through your organization with the goal of everyone who knows about it engaging with the people that they serve and providing them with the information that they need to go to the Eventbrite and register and then attend on November 12th. I think it's a really awesome gesture for Alex to make this absolutely free for folks who are from our marginalized communities, our Promise Zone partners, or our Promise Zone focused partners. And we'd love to help increase the number of people who are there. Um, but
For
another
Peggy's
thing,
question, I was going to say for Peggy's question,
mhm.
I don't, we don't get that
Well, let me
information.
1 second, Alex.
Okay.
Let me read it because everyone might not be able to see
Oh,
her
they're not gonna
question.
see it.
So, is the event due to high demand for the workforce? If so, can we get job descriptions and salaries for these types of jobs?
The event
That's
actually is a I don't want to use the word franchise, but it is something that all junior leagues do, because it is just a big community event. It is something we actually license from it's a junior league, I want to say in Colorado or something that started it. And it's geared mostly just so kind of little kids can touch this. I think it's only recently that people realize that not only little kids want to touch trucks and want to be around and meet the people, because the agencies that are bringing their trucks to us, they consider this actually that we are doing them a favor. They have all worked into their kind of metrics and kind of strategic plans for years of community outreach. But where else are you going to find 2,000 people just happening to want to walk around your, bulldozer? So they see this as a great community outreach for their own organization. So for them, it is a big, it is a big draw for them. We have never asked for the job descriptions and salaries before, but that is a great idea, and we can. Um, I know that at the end, we're still working on our list of people. We accept the trucks, I think, until next Monday. So we'll definitely be able to kind of post some of those that come. And as we go around and we can ask them, I am sure for the publicly, it'll be easier for us to get for the publicly held companies. We do have some private ones coming, like I know Lund Construction and Tykert Corporation are coming. Those might be a little trickier, but for the publicly held ones, I am sure we can.
all right. Well, what we can do is we can use the Promise Zone, Alex. If you can provide us with a list of all of the organizations who participate,
Oh, sure.
we can do some outreach to them and get any workforce or job opportunities that they have available, and we can share them out. All right. So let me continue with the ask, because I think you heard the first part. We want you to permeate your organizations and invite the people that you serve. But we also want you to tell everyone in your networks, all the other partners you know, and et cetera. Ask them to do the same. But another thing that I would like to make an ask on is if you have the capacity and the ability in your organization to set up a quote unquote field trip and provide a deeper opportunity for transportation and et cetera, please consider doing that. It would be a really amazing thing if, say, for example, an organization had their own van or their own bus, and they could create a field trip and drive youth to the event, youth and adults to the event, because that would eliminate transportation barriers with the target demographics that we're facing or focusing on, excuse me. We know that not only providing a free opportunity might not be, well, providing a free opportunity might be a great thing, but there's probably some more barriers that may be possible. And so we would love if you could consider, maybe going above and beyond and setting up a field trip. So
Um,
with that being said, let me
Julius,
stop talking and give folks an opportunity to talk. Susan,
sorry,
great segue into questions and
yep,
answers.
sorry. So regarding transportation, I know there's some liabilities related to like our company providing transportation. What about like RT passes? Like if I don't even know if it's possible to fund RT passes, but maybe submitting a sponsorship request and asking for funding for transportation, just as a thought. And I think, Julius, I don't know if you're familiar with, and Alex, I don't know if you know, but we have a sponsorship portal. So you can submit the request through there as long as you've got like I don't know when the event is, but if it's at least 4 to 6 weeks out, that's good. So
Yeah,
Well, and
unfortunately, the event is on November 12th, so it's a great thought. But thank you for sharing that information. I
Sure.
think for our folks who are on the call live, and also for all the partners who will be watching the recording of this session, it's great for them to know that SMUD has this opportunity. And Susan, if you can share the links to me, then I can get that out to across our networks so that people can start to take advantage of the resources that SMUD has to provide transportation or purchase passes for SACRT.
And we actually did utilize that portal for the donation for not only funds, but for the in-kind donation of the truck. And we get 2 trucks from SMUD this year, which is great. But thank you.
Awesome. And it is another great point because Sac City College is on the public transportation line. And so we definitely will also be sharing out the SACRT Ride for Free information so that folks can take advantage of that and maybe combine your outreach with the SACRT free ride flyer. All right, does anyone else have any questions?
Julius, in the link that you posted, I don't see where it leads to the registration for tickets. Is it on that link or is there another link?
Yeah, so the link that I shared is the Touch a Truck link. If you scroll down after the picture on the right-hand side, it says reserve a spot. And when you click that link, then it'll take you into the registration for the ticket. And that's a good reminder that there it is. Thank you, Alex. It's a good reminder that we would like for every individual who's going to attend to register. So even if it was, say, for example, a family of 4, we would like a registration for each individual who is attending. And that's why if you click the drop down where it says general admission, it will only allow you to do 1 ticket because we want 1 ticket for each person. But great question, Portia. Thank you for that.
And Portia, for me, it didn't populate right away. It seemed to pop up after I kind of started moving on the page.
All right. Anyone else have any questions? You know, when there aren't many questions, Alex, it means that you did a wonderful job of explaining the event and the opportunity. And
my day job is I work for the Student Aid Commission. So we actually are the ones that give out the Cal Grants and we do the California Dream Act application. So in another kind of life or event situation, if you ever need that kind of assistance, just let me know.
All right, and I have a question in the chat from Mr. Bill Walker. Children under 3 do not have to register, correct?
Correct.
You are correct, Bill. For children 3 and under, they do not have to register.
Because I've sent it out to our Head Start manager to send out to the Head Start site. So see if we get anybody interested.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Bill. All right, so if there's not any questions, would anyone, just one person, like to share what they're going to do after this meeting to help funnel a large crowd of awesome young people to the Touch a Truck event? Anyone? Bill just kind of set the tone. He's already shared it with the Head Start. Susan?
So I have about 20 nonprofit partners that I support, and SMUD has about 130 total. So we'll put it in our outreach newsletter. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
I said one, but does anybody else want to share what they'll be doing?
I have some suggestions, but I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I would suggest that you send it out to maybe some of the community centers in the area, like Pinnell, Sims, just kind of have them post a flyer in their lobbies Because a lot of kids go through those particular centers, so that would probably be something good to do. But after this meeting, I'll be going to another meeting, so.
All right, well, thank you. FYI, I think most partners are aware that they're here because they are partners, but the Promise Zone has cross-sector partners, so partners across everything you could imagine, and it's over 1,000 leaders in Sacramento, and so we'll be sending it out to them and asking them to permeate it through their organizations and sharing it out, and that includes those community centers that you mentioned, Bill.
Julius, was there a flyer that you sent out specifically for the event on the 12th?
Let me double check with Algie. I know he was working on it. Did that go out already, Algie? You're on mute, sir.
The flyer will be going out today.
Oh, okay, thank you. I
All
just want to
right.
make sure I didn't miss it. Thanks.
And
We have
then
also sent this to all Sac City schools and Natoma schools. So we got the
Awesome.
permits for both of those districts. So kids should be receiving them in their weekly folders as well.
All right. I see one of my awesome team members had her hand up and wants to share what she's going to do. Erica?
I would share the information for the city today after Algie sent it out.
All right. Thank you. Brady, you have a question?
Unmute. I was just curious if those schools included St. Hope or Fortune schools that are not too far from Sac City College.
We just went through the Sac City Unified. And I don't know that I don't know the dependent charters show up on their permit list.
Sac City College.
Sac City Unified.
Sac City does show up, but we can send it out to
I would love for that to happen.
Yeah.
I ran out of volunteer hours with my my own folks to do it, but would love for St. Hope students to get it.
Ms. Decoy?
So I would like to share this information with the 9 different charter schools that Gateway supports. I just want to make sure my name is on the list to receive the flyer.
All right, if you would like, you can email me at jausten@shra.org. And I just put it in the chat. If you want to send me your information, I'll make sure you get added to our list because you, whether you know it or not, you're already a Sacramento Promise Zone partner if you're working with youth and communities in the Promise Zone. So we'll add you to the list officially. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
All right, any last questions? Well, thank you all so much. The recording of this information session will be on the Sacramento Promise Zone YouTube channel. And so if you want to use that as a tool to inform your network about this awesome event, you can use that as well. We'll send that out too. So stay tuned, look out for the flyer from our MailChimp e-blast, and also I'll send a regular email. It'll also be on the Sacramento Promise Zone Facebook page. So we'll have it all over the place for you to take it and share it as frequently and as far spread as you'd like. So thank you again, Alex, and thank you all.
Put my email address in the chat as well.
All right.
If you have any questions on anything.
All right. Well, I hope you all have an amazing remainder of your day, and thank you in advance for educating and empowering children and families to attend the event.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
awesome. Thank you so much. It was perfect.